What is going on, my guys? KB is here to spit some game. The truth is here to spit some game. As you guys can see, I've put truth in my name. I am the truth. I am the truth, and I'm here to spit some game, as always. And as you can see by this title, she is a liability. Women are liabilities in today, especially in today's relationships. Because at the end of the day, you've got to ask yourself this question. What value does a relationship actually bring you? What does it actually bring you? What value does it bring you in 2020? You see, back in the day, let's say caveman days, hunting and gathering days, of course, you both benefited each other. You'd go out and hunt. You stay home. The woman stays home. She gathers, she cooks, whatever it is. But you got to ask yourself, what is this? What is this? What is the value that it brings in today's society? One of the questions you got to ask yourself is, a lot of guys don't think about. They just think that the V-box is enough for them. And you got to ask yourself, most women are out there thrashing their V-box and you're the 25th guy to run through it. So, it's a valuable box, they say. It's worth paying for. And at the end of the day, you got to realize that if she's been through those years, bugs all over me. She's been through all those years of riding, thrashing the V-box through all her party years. Of course she's going to have more of a chance of leaving you when you do get tied down. Of course this is a red flag. But it costs. You're going to be paying for her car, you're going to be paying for her mortgage, you're going to be paying for her kids, you're going to be paying for all these things, which will probably end up being around multiple hundreds of thousands, millions if not. Actually, the house, so therefore, millions. You know, it's a liability. The house is an investment, but she's stripping that away from you too. The kids you're going to have to invest into. She'll want kids, she'll want a car. You will be most likely the breadwinner, as most men are. So that being said, you're going to be paying for a lot of things that you don't actually sign up for. And then guess what? You're going to get married. And then you're going to be set up in a system that's going to allow you to be fucked over, really, to be honest. The odds are not in your favor. The divorce rates are going up, 60%. Polyamory is more prevalent in today's society. Therefore, she's more likely to leave you, to have more fun. Of course there's more fun. What value does a relationship bring in 2020? It brought a lot more value for both parties early on in the old days, but in today's age, what is it? It's the man, all he wants is some V-box, a paid V-box, that's it. What value does she bring? Is she supporting you on your purpose? It's very rare to find, because divorce rates are going up. 10% of people in the US only get prenups. So with that being said, you know, you're coming into a trap, a liability. Most men don't realize this. They think, okay, cool. They think that not learning from the old guys, the older men, especially the men that follow me too, they know this. There's quite a few men that follow me that have been through this. This is why they've turned to MGTOW, because they realize how much the system is heavily in men's favor. It's heavily in women's favor. Not men's favor, women's favor. And these guys have been messed over. They realize what relationships don't actually bring any value inside of their lives. Why are men going after this? At the end of the day, this is where men come to the pump and dump situation. But at the end of the day, what value does that bring to your life? Sex, it brings no value, it's valueless. This is why I talked about these Red Bull coaches, dating coaches. They bring no value. If you want to sleep with a woman, they bring no value at all. This is why I build this energy train, so you can get on this train and realize that you shouldn't be putting all your time and energy towards sex. It's a trap. Everyone's selling sex. The hip-hop industry, rap industry, R&B. Look, liability. What value does she bring in 2020? Most of the time she's going to take away from you, not add to you at all. This is what you got to realize. She's going to start begging you that I'm not like that anymore. But is it really worth the risk of going through all the troubles and not learning? The wise men follow what the old are giving. The older guys have been through this shit. A lot of guys have been through this, don't get me wrong, but a lot of guys haven't been through this. But they will be blind until that opportunity, that circumstance reveals itself, and then they have to go through it. And then they will realize how much hell it is. If you just keep doing your research and looking, the statistics are not in your favor at all. And okay, that's marriage. Relationship, totally up to you. Marriage, totally up to you. Prenup, totally up to you. But it's just very, very important to be aware of these things. A relationship, at the end of the day, in your 20s, for me right now, I'm only speaking from my perspective. What's the value it's going to bring? Is it adding to my life? No. What am I getting into a relationship for? Is it just to get some on-the-fly V-Box just sitting there? Or is she actually bringing me value? Or am I just getting trapped into a feeling of lust? This is the question you got to ask yourself. Pump and dump, your third option. So marriage, relationship, your third option is pump and dump. Again, I have to ask myself, what value does just an empty V-Box bring me? I've been down this trap. I've been down this path, and I've realized the more I sleep with more women, the emptier it feels. It just feels like they're not bringing me anything, any fulfillment inside of my life. It's because I'm aligned with my purpose. I realize that. There'll be women out there that you can have amazing sex with. There'll be women out there that you can have a good relationship with. But the thing is, it's very rare out there. Polyamory is so heavily dominant. You got so many girls thrashing their V-Box. So that at the end of the day, you've got to realize, what is it that you're after? You can either go your own way, completely just say, I'm not going to be alone, I'm going to pump and dump, I'm going to get a relationship, or I'm going to get married with a prenup. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what value is it actually bringing you? This is why I come to the conclusion that you have to really truly be happy by yourself before bringing anyone in. You got to make a lot of money before bringing anyone in. And you got to make sure that it's not in your favor. This is why MGTOW is the way. You got to realize, guys, most men will hate, but this is the thing what guys don't realize. The red pill is heavily MGTOW. It's heavily. But this is it, guys. You got the 4 options here, and there's no shame on which option you take. I could easily go get some V-Box right now. A lot of guys can. But do I want to do that? No. I'd rather transmute that energy towards my purpose. I don't want to get caught up in this, okay, cool, how am I going to strategy tactics on women? If you want it, you go and get it. End of the day. But that's not me. I'm retaining my seed, and I'm transmuting that towards my purpose and putting all that towards my purpose. So at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what value does it bring you in 2020? There's a lot of liabilities out there. And again, I'll always be dropping this heat. This video was absolute fire. I can tell you right now. I've got a Patreon down below. If you're on this journey, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you need a community of like-minded men, this is what I'm building in my Patreon below. And I would really love for a few guys to jump on board. I'll be there. We'll be creating a community of leaders, of men that are growing towards their purpose, making more money, creating a safe space, a safe haven where we can catch up and speak. So that'll be in the link in the description. Subscribe, comment, share, like. You guys all know what to do, man. I'll be dropping these heats daily. So, get at me. Get at me. Let's make this happen. December 1st, December 2nd. Let's make it a dominant year. Dominant final months of the year, and I'll see you all in the next video. It's that simple. Let's get it.